Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn about the social science first chapter, geography first chapter, the Earth in the solar system. That means you already know about what you already in your lower classes you learn about the Earth, solar system, everything. Now in sixth standard, first chapter, we are going to learn more about it. Okay. First, we are going to learn about what we can see in the night sky. Night sky, what will be there in the night sky? What we can see in the night sky? That means shining stars. We can shining object. That means scattered like diamond. That means while at the first look we can see that two or three or five or six stars. But while looking little time we can see that we couldn't count the star. There are hundred or thousands of stars will be there in the night sky that you already learn in your KG section 1 rhyme. What is that one? Tingle tingle little star. That means always the star at night time. Star is always studded in the night sky. But when it is cloudy, we couldn't see the stars properly. Along with the stars, what we can see in the night sky? Along with the stars, we can see the moon. But what is the difference with star and moon? That means star is always twinkling, but not moon is not like twinkling. But moon we can see in different size, different position, and different places in the night sky. Different shapes and different position in the night sky. And it is sometimes it may be full moon, sometimes maybe half or in a line, or sometimes there will be no moon in the night sky. If it is full moon or the moon is round, bright, then it is said to be full moon night or Purnima. Please write it down in your rough book. That is not in notebook, rough book. Please note it down. That means when the night sky is with a full moon, then it is said to be full moon night or Purnima. After 14 days later, that is given here fortnight later. After 14 days later, we couldn't see the sky in the we couldn't see the moon in the night sky. Then it is said to be new moon night or Amavasya. There is no moon in the night sky, then it is said to be new moon or Amavasya. When it is happening after full moon, after 14 days, that is fortnight later, 14 days later, we couldn't see no moon in the night sky. This is said to be Amavasya. Okay, that I will send the picture of how it is happening. That means 14 days after new moon or Amavasya. After 14 days later, we can see the full moon night or Purnima. That is the night sky. We can see the stars and moon in different shapes. All these together are said to be in the night sky or in the sky. What we can see together is said to be the celestial bodies. Please write it down. The sun, the moon, and all those objects shining in the night sky are said to be the celestial body. Those who didn't attend my class, please note it down in your notebook. Okay, that is the sun, the moon, and all those objects shining in the night. So that means celestial body, we can only think about the night sky. That means what will be there in the night sky? The stars and the moon. That together is said to be the celestial bodies. Celestial body. And next, how we can explain the star? The star is made up of gases. That means star is a celestial body. One item in the celestial body is the star. It is made up of gases, and these are very big and hot, and they emit their own heat and light. That is about the star. How we can explain the star? Star is celestial body, very big and hot. That is from here, from the earth, we can see the star very small. Why we can see the star very small? It is too far from our earth. It is the star is always very big or giant in size, but it is too far from our earth, so we can see it in very small size. Okay, how we can explain the star? Star is made up of gases. It is very big and hot. They have their own heat and light. That is all we already note it down in your notebook. They have their own heat and light. These celestial bodies are called the star, and the sun is a star. These celestial bodies are called the sorry uh, called the star. And example for a star is the sun is a star. That is, but sun we can see little bigger than other star. Why? Because it is nearest to our earth. Nearest means not near, that is, it is as compared to other star, sun is the nearest star to our earth. Okay, how we can explain the star? It is made up of gases. It is big and hot. It has its own heat and light. And example for a star is a sun. And I will ask one question: why we couldn't see these stars and moon in the daytime? That is because of the bright light of the sun. That means that because in the morning time the sunlight is very much, because of the sunlight we couldn't see the stars and moon in the daytime. Next we are going to learn about more about the stars. Just look at this picture. One girl is looking at the star, and here is seven stars together. Just while getting blocks, you are playing with the blocks. While with the blocks we are making different pattern. Okay, different shape. Same as while putting the dots in our notebook, we are making different pattern or shapes. Same way, in the night sky or in the sky, many stars are grouped together or joined or nearer to each other and making some pattern. This is termed as the constellation. Please note it down in your notebook. That is, the group of star making or pattern is formed as the constellation. That is, various patterns formed by different group of stars is called constellation. Just look at that, is one girl is looking at the one star, and together here is seven star together. Like this star together or making pattern is said to be the constellation. Examples for such constellation is the one is Big Bear, that is the bear shaped Big Bear, and the second one is the Saptarishi. I will send the pictures or photo of this one. Big Bear. Two examples for constellation is, please note it down in your notebook. Big Bear, and the second one is the Saptarishi. This picture is the example of Saptarishi. That means Sapta means seven stars together. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. This seven star together is the Saptarishi constellation. That is when various pattern formed by group of star is termed as the constellation. Examples for two constellation is Big Bear. It is not in your notebook. In from 6th standard onwards, children, please read the textbook properly. Okay, most of the questions are asking from the textbook. Okay, that is two examples for two constellation is Big Bear and Saptarishi. Next, we are going to learn about the stars giving the direction. During night time, how we can move from one place to another place. We are using torch or mobile light or street light will be there, and proper road, everything is there during this time. But in ancient period, there were no light, no torch, no proper road, nothing is not during the ancient period. During this time, the people used the people used to move from one place to another place on the basis of the stars. They point out the star and they determine the direction on the basis of this star, base of the star. That is one example of such star is the pole star. That means the north star, pole star is always in the north direction. How they find out this north star? Because these seven stars are together. Along with these two stars, we can meet the north star. On the base of this, they find out the direction, north direction. And this north star is termed as the pole star. In the name of this north direction, the north star indicates the north direction, which is called the pole star. That is about the stars. Okay, star is made up of gases. It is big and hot. It is emit huge amount of heat and light. Sun is an example for star. Next, we learn about the constellation. Constellation means the pattern made by group of star. And two examples of constellation is Big Bear and Saptarishi. And pole star is the indicate the north direction. Next, we are going to learn about the planets. What is planet? Planet is derived from the Greek word planete, which means wanderers. Wanderers means they are moving from one place to another place. That means in the solar system, you already know that there are 8 planets. What these 8 planets are always doing? They are rotating by its own and they are moving around the sun. That means two movement is going on these planets. That means all these planets are moving around the sun. While moving around the sun, they are moving or rotating by its own. So they are known as the wanderers. That is, they are moving from one place to another place. Next, we going to that means and each planet, most of the planet has its companion that is known as the moon. It is a satellite. Moon is a satellite. Our Earth has only one moon. Some other planets has more than one moon. That we will learn later. Okay, the moon that we see in the night sky is a satellite. And all these 8 planets is getting heat and light from the sun. That is about the celestial body. Next, we are going to learn about the solar system. First, we learned the celestial body. From the celestial body, we learn about the stars, moon, full moon night, Purnima, and the new moon night, Amavasya, constellation, and pole star. Next, we are going to learn more about our solar system. What is solar system? The sun, the 8 planets, satellites, and some other celestial bodies known as asteroids and meteoroids together is known as the solar system. What will be there in the solar system? The sun, 8 planets, satellite is the moon, and some other celestial bodies known as asteroids and meteoroids known as the solar system, from the solar system. It is we call it as a solar family, and who will be there in the head of the solar system? Head of the solar system is the sun. Okay, from this list we can see that who is the first one. First planet is the Mercury. That you already learned in your lower classes. 8 planets are there. Sun, the solar system. Sun is there. 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Just first, which one is the first nearest planets to the Sun? Mercury. And second one is the Venus. Third is the Earth. Okay, and just go this line Mercury. One orbit around the sun. Mercury is taking 88 days. That means orbit means this line. That means orbit is the path where these planets are moving. This line is termed as the orbit. And we already learned that in your fill in the blanks one, they are in the elongated path. That is, these planets are moving around the sun, not in a circular or round path. It is this like path, that means oval shape. That is termed as the elongated path. That means the planets are moving around the sun in an elongated path, like this oval shape path is termed as the elongated path. Okay, just look. Mercury one more. That means Mercury is nearest to the sun, so it is taking 88 days to move around the sun. And second one is the Venus is taking the 255 days. And just one more thing, one orbit around sun and one spin on its axis 59 days. I from before I told all these planets are moving around the sun. Along with this, each planet is moving by rotating by its own. That is one spin on x. That means in the globe you can see that one axis, one needle is going, and by its own it is rotating. That is the spin on axis, and one orbit, that means moving around the sun. Mercury is taking 88 and one spin 59, and one orbit around the sun, the Venus is taking 255 days and 243 days by its own axis. And the earth is taking, you already know that earth is taking 1 year, that is the 365 days to move around, that is with term as the 1 year, and its own axis 1 day, that is 24 hours, and the 24 hours our earth is taking, and the earth is facing this side will be day, and to turn that this side will be night, and will turn this one this side, that means because of that reason day and night is happening, that we will learn next chapter. Okay, that means one spin on its one orbit around the sun, the earth is taking 365, and one spin on its axis 1 day. We will study it detail in next lesson. Okay, number of moon 1. You already noticed that Mercury and Venus did not have any moon. Our Earth has one moon, and Mars has two moon, and Saturn. Just to go through this, we can see that Jupiter has 16 moons, and Saturn has 18 moons. It is the large number of moons Saturn has. And just read this one, okay? And Neptune has how many moons? Are Neptune has 8 moons are there. That is about the solar system. And here is one belt is asteroids, and another one is meteoroids, that we will learn later. Okay, first we will learn the sun. We already learned. Next we are going to learn about the planet sun. We learned by how we can explain the sun. The sun is the center of the solar system, or head of the family. It is that we already discussed later. It is made up of gases, and it is too much heat and light it is providing. Everything we already learned. And there is one force, or that means on earth, why how we can stand in, because gravity is there, same as in the solar system. One force is binding all these 8 planets together. Okay, that is about our sun. And sun is the nearest star to our earth, and it is nearest, mean it is 150 million kilometers away from our earth. If it is very near, we couldn't live in our earth, but it is that means 150 million, too much far from our earth, but it is near as compared to other stars, it is the nearest. So other stars are looking very small. That is, next we are going to learn about the solar system. First we learned the sun. Second one is the planet. Planet we already learned. Planet did not have its own heat and light. From where the planet is getting its heat and light? The planet is getting its heat and light from the sun. That means on its, while writing the planets on its distance, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune. These are the 8 planets. And my very efficient one, just that means first this letter we can easily remember the uh, 8 planets. Next, the 8 planets of the move around sun in a fixed path, that is elongated. That I already told, it is not in a round or circular shape. It is an elongate, that is oval shape, and that path is called the orbit. I will show you once more what is the orbit. That means each plant has its own. It is only imaginary, not such a line is not there in the solar system. This is term, that means each planet is moving around the sun in a fixed path, that is known as the orbit, and this shape is termed as in an elongated path. Okay, okay, next we can going to learn about this planet is more about the planet, and it is the nearest planet to earth, Mercury, and it is taking only 88 days, and our earth is taking the 365 days to moving around the sun. And the earth is the third planet, and in size it fifth position in the solar system. And the earth shape and size is same as Venus, so Venus is considered as the earth twin. That we already heard about twin sister or twin brother, same as earth twin is known as the Venus. That means in my childhood, I learned about there are 9 planets in the solar system. But during this time, it is 2006, 9 planets. One is the Pluto. In August 2006, Pluto is not considered as a planet in the solar system. It is discovered as a dwarf, means small planet. Now, Pluto is not considered as a planet in the solar system. Okay, that is about our planet. Next, we are going to learn more about our Earth. Learn more about our Earth. We already know that from this 8 planet in the Earth only we can see the life. What is the reason that you already learn in your lower classes? The Earth is the third nearest planet, and in size it fifth position. Third planet, and in the size it is the fifth position planet. And the Earth, you already noticed the globe. You already saw the globe. It is not the shape of a ball. It is little flattened at the pole. Pole means top and down. That pole's little flattened, so its shape is termed as a geoid. Geoid means a earth-like shape. The shape of a earth is termed as a not like ball or circle. It is little flattened at its pole means top and down. That is termed as the geoid shape. The earth is termed as the Georgia. Dear children, please listen while reading the textbook. What is given in the boxes also read. That means most of the fill in the blanks or one word question are coming. That means here, just I will notice here. Those who study about the solar system, the celestial body, they are known as the astronomer. That means astronomer is the people who are those who are studying about more about the solar system. And in India, Aryabhatta is considered in ancient period one of the famous astronomer is the Aryabhatta. Okay, that means please while reading the textbook, please read all the points given in the boxes. Okay, next we are going to learn about our more about our Earth. That means Earth is the third nearest planet to our solar system, and in size it is the fifth, and its shape is termed as a geoid. Next, why Earth is said to be a unique planet? Why Earth is said to be that unique? We already, while reading this one, you already know that think that it's in Earth only we can see the life. What is the reason? You already know about it. That means condition favorable to support life are probably found only on Earth. For our life, what we need, that means air is need, water is need. In the air, oxygen is required. That is the reason. Three reason we can study from here. The earth is neither too hot nor too cold, and water and air is there in earth, and the air has life supporting gases like oxygen is there. Because of these three reasons, the earth is said to be a unique planet. Why the earth is said to be a unique planet? Just you think about these 3 points. That means earth is not too much hot or cold, and second one is that water is there in the earth, and third point is that the air is there, and air has life supporting gases. Because of this reason, the earth is said to be a unique planet. And the next one is why the earth is said to be a blue planet. That you already know in the our class you studied. Because the two-third surface or 70% of the earth is covered with water. That means when we divided the earth into 3 parts and 2 parts is covered with the water. That means water, many water bodies are there on earth. Many Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, and many other water bodies that we will learn in the coming lessons. Okay, two-third, that is two-third surface of the earth is covered by water, so the earth is said to be a blue planet. That is about our earth. That is the earth is third and fifth in size, and its shape is geoid. And why it is said to be the unique planet? It is not too much cold or hot, and it has water and air is there, and air has life supporting gases like oxygen. And because of this reason, the earth is said to be a unique planet. And the next one, why the Earth is said to be a blue planet. 2/3 surface or 70% of Earth is covered with the water. Then, so we can say that Earth is a blue planet. Okay, from here I am going to stop. Next module I will explain the rest part, the balance part of this lesson. I will explain the next video. Okay, thank you children.